Tracy, and my guest today on the Today Show of the Disability Channel, tuning in live from a school environment. You can see the stairs and you can see students' feet. Welcome, Steve.
Thank you, Tracy, for having me. It's a pleasure to be on the show.
Oh my goodness, I am blown away that you are our guest today, and by so many of your stories. So tell us a little bit about where you are right this very second. What's going on in the background?
Well, as you can see, students coming down. We're in a school right now in Toronto, and they're right now looking at changing some of their safety protocols in the school.
Which is amazing.
It is.
Steve, so you're in this unique industry. Have you got a disability?
I don't, but I have family members that do.
And so what brought you into the EVAC chair world? What's your background?
Well, I love safety. I've always been helping people in different aspects. And the company's 40 years old. I'm 40 years old, so I haven't been with it since the start. But they're the original manufacturer of evacuation chairs. They actually designed it in the US, and it's manufactured in the UK. And the person who actually designed it, his wife had polio. And back in 1982, he was stuck on the high-rise building with his wife with polio, and she had no way down. So from that moment on, he said, what can I do to help not just my wife, but everyone else?
Oh my goodness. Well, that's what an incredible past founding story. And it kind of explains why Steve's head is in the lower half of the screen because of the US. But as you can see, his head is moving up here into Canada's world now. And you're in Canada and Mexico. That's your personal territory.
Correct. In Toronto, I live in Toronto myself, and also I speak Spanish. So I am helping the accessibility industry in Mexico as well.
In Mexico. You know, Steve, I worked and I lived in Mexico as well for a little
beautiful.
while. Yeah. So mucho gusto, Steve.
mucho gusto.
It's wonderful. Oh my goodness. Steve, so, you know, it's kind of really extraordinary, the evolution of evacuation for people with disabilities. And you've seen the real gamut. Like some of the places you visited have scary solutions. So tell us a little bit about the old EVAC chair.
Yeah, actually, so we were in a school last week. They had chairs, evacuation chairs from the 70s and 80s. Wow. And, you know, they're still on the wall. But the problem is, back in those days, you would need 4 to 6 people to evacuate somebody, use that chair, which is extremely dangerous. If somebody falls, everything just collapses. Yes. And you're endangering so many lives. So the chair has really, really changed today, where just one person can get somebody out now.
Wow. And that's huge. And when you think of the 70s and somebody tripping and like it's just dumbfounded, and then there's a fire. So
correct.
I find, you know, in the pandemic, there are less people that are willing to open a door for me outdoors. So never mind a life-threatening situation when there's a fire. I'm going to get 6 kind Samaritans that are willing to hang out and maybe get smoke inhalation to support me down a flight of stairs, right?
And just not a fire. Actually, the school I'm in Toronto, they don't have any evacuation chairs here, but they did have a shooting here not long ago. And that's why the school really is concerned about safety. And they said, okay, what else do we need here to protect our students, staff, and visitors if there's an emergency? Because if it's not a fire, you can imagine in a shooting, it's chaos. Everybody has to get out. And if somebody's on the 4th floor, because this school is 4 stories high, and they have a disability, or what if they have an underlying condition that you and I can't see? How do they run down the stairs? They can't.
No. Well, and you know, myself, I'm a 4-way amputee. I wear artificial legs, but 4 weeks ago, I was in a hotel in San Diego, a 5-star hotel, and the accessible room was on the 15th floor, and the power went out for 2 days.
Wow.
So
imagine.
For a day and a half, I didn't even have food until people started to decide, okay, we're going to walk up 15 flights of stairs to bring you some food. But I mean, that wasn't a fire or a shooting. It was just a power out that was extended. And I was in an accessible room on the 15th floor.
Imagine. Well, there's fires, gas leaks, power outage, earthquakes, so many things that could happen where the elevator stopped working, and everybody needs to be treated equally.
Yeah,
Everybody should have a fair fighting chance to get out. And what we preach all the time is no one should be left behind. Absolutely not.
that's right. You know, Steve, just yesterday, my mother was nervous about a fire alarm that went off in my condominium, and it's the fourth floor. And my mom can do stairs, but she recently fractured her back. So she can walk with a fractured back, but she has a fractured back. So you can imagine the pounding of going down the stairs.
Correct.
So she's not listed as a person with a disability, and she's actively aging, but there's this current unexpected circumstance of a fractured back where she's mobile, but she couldn't do 4 flights of stairs.
Yeah.
And so
No,
we,
everybody knows the story.
yeah, it doesn't have to be that there's a person with a disability in your school
No.
or your church or your place of business.
Yeah. At the Abilities Expo, I was able to talk to so many families in so many different scenarios. I had one family, they had a child with a disability, and they told me they stopped traveling because of the headaches, the hours of wait time, just because they had no way to go down or upstairs.
Yeah.
But thankfully, they got to see one of our products that's a power chair that goes up and down. That made their life 10 times easier now. Now they're able to travel, they're going to start taking it up again, and the whole family's happy because now they can do what they want to do.
Oh my gosh. Do you have
Uh,
a video on that, Steve?
we do. We have a video that shows a petite lady carrying an elderly man up and down the stairs, battery operated. You're not lifting, you're not carrying. It's a fantastic product for homes, even where, you know, a lot of people today are renting or live in a basement, and you're not allowed to modify the home. So what do you do if you have a disability, even a temporary rehab, you hurt yourself? How do you go up and down the stairs? So this product that we do have a video that hopefully can be shared is an incredible device that allows you maneuverability inside and outside the home.
Phenomenal. Okay. Do you know what, Steve? Let's stop right here and watch this video. We're going
Perfect.
to insert the video, and then we're going to go to commercial break. And right
Sounds great.
after the commercial, Steve's coming back, and he has a special guest with him that he'd like to introduce, and he's going to talk to us more about EVAC Chairs today and some of the other stellar features and cool stories that he has up his sleeve. So
Thank
please
you.
stay tuned for right after these messages.